Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians! I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Never mind the furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. And that extra long good was brought to you by Joe Bachman, who has an ear that's kind of plugged up, and I thought maybe I can just blast that little problem loose for you. Let never be said that I don't love Joe. Anyway, over at the Independent Creator Directory, you can find the greatest of creatives, a host of wonders in this world where things are going to get really expensive, so you might as well shop small anyway. And if you want to join their number, we're keeping the podcast one code going just a little bit longer because we know how spicy things may be getting. I'm not going to advise you that if you've been thinking of making some purchases, you might want to put them in before certain events rattle through. And if you're thinking of supporting your small-time creatives, but you're not sure how, consider coming to indiecd.con March 8th over at the Annex building in lovely Fowler, Indiana. Yes, I will be making a sign in the near future. Yes, I will be hamming it up all over the place. Never pause at a wide gesture over 5 degrees because I am not musky. But, oh, what's this? So I had a comment. Well, then you have reason to go to urgent care. And while you're getting the bleeding ear fixed, Joe, you can go get that other one fixed so that you feel better by Saturday. I would never do something like that. I don't need to go to urgent care. 9 Iron says you do. What? Crack. Ah! And while you're down there getting that shin fixed, you could go get that fever checked out. It's for science. Anyway, and you can tell I love him because I didn't use a crowbar. Now, we have a lot to do, a lot going on today. I am a little hyped. I'm a little motivated. I am a little, just a shred, ready to kick the tires and light the fires. Because, yes, we are made possible also by the simple sword, the fighting axe, and the simple spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others, especially in case you don't have direct access to me or Trey. But despite their spite, I spite, you spite, we spite. Anyway, despite the fact that a dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains, only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Hates and Hellfire, a horror novel by Nicholas Tockert. Despite one being done and out amongst you people being well reviewed, I got some time to sit and start banging away at that manuscript for 2. Because I am, of course, a sucker. So, I will talk some accountability right now. I have been banging away on that. I've been working away on making things nicer for this evening. Which, if you don't know, there is a burning is yarn type situation going on. And my lovely wife will be very, 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 very uncomfortable because she will be on camera trying to spin, which means I have to figure out how to set this camera to be angled like way down there. So y'all can see what she refers to as the brat, my homemade improvised, good Lord, long live the kludge. Spinning wheel, Mark 1. I say Mark 1 because, let's be honest, by the time I'm done, I'm going to be looking like Tony Stark, except instead of having a hall of armors, it will be a hall of treadle-powered tools. The Mark 1 is not treadle-powered yet. I may have left a little prong off one side just for the whole purpose of, what's that? So that it could become the Mark 1A. Oh, yeah. But that means I have to physically clean in my study, which has its ups and downs. The upside means I get excuses to grab large caliber Nerf guns. Listen to that. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful sound? I think that's a beautiful sound. I could do that all day. It took me a while to find a functioning one of those because they're hyper complex. But it's a Nerf gun that, due to the springs involved, has recoil. And it wasn't even intentionally built to do that. That's a side effect. My heart. Anyway. So part of my, well, what were you doing? Was writing. Part of my, what were you doing? Was working on sewing machine. Not sewing machines. I say that. Spinning wheels, which I will be working on some more. Part of what I've been doing is some stuff that I don't need to necessarily discuss with y'all in preparation of all sorts of silliness. There's a lot of work going on, a lot of shenanigans going on, a lot of hanging out with Xander and doing some runs that needed doing, which may be part of how Thursday goes as well, depending on how Thursday goes. I know that's helpful to you, but have faith. Now, today is Wednesday, so I will keep my intro relatively short so I can drop through the chats, which I will keep relatively short, so that I can go do some art for your amusement and so that my thumbnails at least look interesting. So, get your ideas percolating. I have no obligation to accept them, but I'm always looking for, shenaniganry. I remind you, a paid artist, so should you wish commissions to happen, provided they fit my very unique criteria of something I can actually do, something that I would not consider illegal or will get me kicked, nothing I would get fired for, that's kind of how I keep my rating system. I shouldn't get fired for somebody going, oh my God, Nick drew that. Unless, of course, you can pay me enough that I don't need to worry about, future employment. At which point we can talk to a still limited extent, because there are some aspects of me that are not for sale. Which I know this breaks reality and it seems downright uncapitalistic. I mean, if only our government had some things that weren't for sale, but oh, spice. The spice is right today. Anyhow, we're going to keep things kind of hopping and bopping today because we got a lot to do, not a lot of time to do it in. And I want to just keep things. I've been too bogged, too mired in all these ramblers and their schemes. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to say, look, just about everybody watching the show, yes, I know I have the wrong glasses on. It was one of those mornings. Just about everybody watching the show is a creative. And if you aren't, get on that. You need to be doing that. You need to be getting creative. You need to be manifesting your mojo here because the world's going to get spicy. And I have no problem with people facing adversity, provided they did not carefully, finely craft their own adversity and then drop it on their face. Going, oh no, my actions have consequences. I know, it's shocking. But even then, I usually help people out. So I'm going to be doing art. You're going to be talking. There's going to be some creativity. Hopefully, you will be publishing things and making things happen in the near future. And if I can get through this set of shenanigans and the huge set of cleaning because I have card game, like this card game. Are you familiar with that? I haven't seen the card game bands. Card game. Anyhow, card game. We're going to need a very clean house, which I do not have. And I would never schedule a card game in part because I'm like, oh, the house has gotten too dirty. I need a forceful motivation and looming deadline to get me to fix it. Never. So, I have plans. You have plans. We have art that is waiting, longing to be drawn, painted, or other digitalized because right now my scanner is still giving me a lovely double middle finger. And it is the 5th, so I get to find out if my paycheck is hit, and then I get to shop for some things. Whew, I almost hit the end stream. That's not what we're doing, though. So let's just run Joe's ad and come back at it in about a minute and a half. Now, I said I was going to be productive, sir, and you appeared. You appeared like a great fuzzy wrench to gum up the gears of my productivity. But you're beautiful. You're beautiful. See? You say hi to the people? You see? You see them? See the people? The people aren't scratching your switch. Okay. There we go. Got the belly? Got the belly? Yes. My cat likes belly rubs. Ha. Anyway. Can I put you down and do my work now? Put you down? No? Okay, I put you down. Put you down? Okay. Go see that. Whoop. Well, that was graceful. Go see Xander. Xander needs hugs. I have to go through my comments so I can do artwork. No, that won't give you any tuna. Tuna today, though. Today is going to be a tuna day, okay? Okay, you've talked me into it. Thank you. All righty, well, that's going on. Ooh, oh, boy. I see some comment dumps. Da, 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 da. I got some comment dumps. First through the door is Trelena. Good morning, all. Good morning, Trey. Morning, Foxy. And good morning, Donna. Woo, looks like my team won last night after I went to bed. You were watching the underground power drill cage fights that I was watching? Hey, Foxy. And Utah hockey team. They are new this year. Okay. I can dig it. The nice thing about hockey is it's small enough relative that you can see everything that's going on when they zoom out. Instead of hand egg, where there it's in the air and someone has caught it and they're running. We are going to throw random numbers with random seeming ups and downs if you're not really versed in it. The way they cover football for somebody who wants to know what's actually going on is not really well made. But and I hate to say Fox did anything right, but it's Fox Sports. Fox Sports did this thing where I was watching hockey at a former friend's house because they were forcing me to watch sports in an attempt to normalize me. They failed, but they put a little digital highlighter thing on the freaking puck so you could tell where it was. I'm going, hey, NFL guys, just leave this like picture-in-picture in the corner when you're zooming in on your regional genetic freak who is, doing whatever ball so we can see in context what's actually going on. Because I kind of like to see the tactics, guys. Anyway, we were watching a really interesting documentary on Prime about the history of Star Trek called In the Center Seat. Ooh! And now I know something to watch. Speaking of watching, I got a weird one for you all. I have for years watched YouTube through my Xbox. And the YouTube Xbox interaction has decided to only show me like 20 of the YouTube channels I follow. When you go to subscriptions, it used to be scroll. I'm like, no, I want all of them. No. Excuse me, baking powder? So if I am late coming on any shows in the commentary or things in the future, it's because I am not getting any notifications. Like literally, 90% of my programs, because I'm subscribed to over 200 YouTube channels, aren't coming through. On my phone it's fine, on my computer it's fine, but in the big family room where I actually watch things, so there's Fury. Now, nice. Hockey is fun to watch. It is about the only sport I do watch. And Foxy says, I am slightly less stiff this morning. Yay. New pillows. Not something I know about. Anyway. Woodsman dude only watches ladies bowling. I leave you to... At least he's consistent. Those pants went below mouse. So many behinds. Such dynamic poses. Are you saying there are millions of peaches? peaches for free? Millions of peaches? Peaches for heat? Anyway. Hey, Thesis. Hey, Thesis. No, last night my wife and I watched, that being my lovely Amanda, and it was one of the movies she selected because I married the right woman. Dino Croc versus Super Gator. And if you think it was bad, it was. But gosh darn it, some of those people who only had a little window on, they did so good with their roles. They really put their heart and soul into it. And I will say this, I have never so quickly rooted for the monsters. Maddie and I went full Betty White on the first two characters you see. Because, like, watching idiot teenagers be idiotic in a movie is one thing. But when you have that 20-something who are probably being played by slightly older people acting like idiot teenagers, and they're delivering the lines just perfect, and they're right on point, and it's so annoying. We're like, yes, get him. Get him. I'm rooting for the gator. I hope it eats everybody. You know? Anyway. Spoilers. Anyway. Congratulations. You think you're the main character. The gators do not. No plot armor for you. And it must be because bowling balls remind him of his own bald head. Wow. Thesis is out for blood and kneecaps today and accepting no substitutes. Hey, Thesis. Remember, he hasn't always shaved his head. Only talked him into that about 3 years ago. And Thesis is greeting everyone. I tried having really closely cropped hair for a bit, but I didn't like it much. I have over the years had closely cropped hair, but I'm a little sensitive about some of the scars I have on my skull. So I don't like that. And then a long time I had like the poof ball hair because that's what my hair does. But one of my medicines, and I didn't really talk about it at the time, that was causing some rather very necessary, rather extreme changes in me, caused me to develop temporary alopecia. So I had clumps coming out in odd places. So not only for the recovery of that, but just my own sanity, I started growing it out to kind of cover up the clumps that were falling out because I did not have cancer, nothing weird, nothing ominous. I just, it was a reaction to the sudden weight loss I was having and some of the massive changes, because when you don't have things work, when they suddenly work, your body goes, what? And freaks the heck out. So, hence this. And then I just like, I kind of like it. Mandy really likes it. Happy wife, happy life. And I keep having people who feel they have the right to tell me to cut my hair, which means, oh no, now I can't. Because you think you have some right to impose your will on my nickness. Therefore, sheer natural oppositional defiance requires me to tell you that you're number one, it's Josh greeting Dawn. And Dawn greeting, and Dawn greeting Josh. Because one of you is left-handed and one of you is right-handed, I thought. Anyway, but I can't remember which is the more sinister. Carl's hair is really, really curly and he hates it, so he's always kept it pretty close cut. Except that time I talked him into growing it long enough for a ponytail. Well, I tried to grow mine, it ended up being pretty curly too. His is so curly, his ponytail looked like it was only 2 inches long when it really was 12 inches long. I still have it. And now we understand exactly why Carl is so obedient. If you have a vaguely witchy wife and she goes, I'd like to save your ponytail. Well, friendos, it's over because it will never be over. Oh, your husband finally passed. What do you want written on his tomb? Death is just the beginning in hieroglyphics. Anyway, hello everyone. Oh, I see that my hair or lack of hair is a topic today. Indeed, Carl. And morning, says Dawn. Here comes the Dawn. She is, of course, the mastermind behind both. Oops, scrolled the wrong way. I'm sorry. Right before the show, I saw a reel that, of course, I lost immediately of Elvira when she was on the Super Mario Super Show. Anyway, wow, did I just hyper date myself or what? There are her babies, Buddy and Georgette. And you can read about their stories on Facebook. But you can also read about basically all our stories and hear about them whenever she gets the stuff together to do. All righty. Yes, we see what happens when I grow my hair long. Twin tails? Anyway, that's pigtails, but with extra. Anyhow, hey, Witzman and Dude, and we got greetings, and we literally have greetings, Bueller. Good morning, folks. There will be the Burning is Yarn tonight. Yes. So, who met the gals at 8 yesterday morning for breakfast and didn't get home till 4 yesterday afternoon? Oops. See, I'm torn on that because on one, yay, you're socializing. On the other, it's paracord exists and you can get it by saving more money at Menards. Hashtag not sponsored yet. I figure if I keep putting positive Menards content out there, they'll at least send me a hat. Yay! So who needs to behave today to do the show tonight? Uh-huh. You be a good girl. You sit your butt in the seat. And maybe later you can have a treat. Don't forget to like and share, folks. Hey, Donna. Wow. Woohoo! Sarah's, good morning. Actually awake for the show this morning. Great to hear it. Hey, Sarah. Hey, brother. I haven't watched the Super Carlin Brothers in a long time because literally all they have done in the last few months is hyper-specific Harry Potter references, and I'm just not that hyper-focused that direction right now. Behave? What is this word you speak of? It is something you seem biologically incapable of doing, and that's okay. Because you have like this massive brat streak, Thesis. Anyway, that's what I keep asking, but you're soon to be in reach, so that brat streak can at least be addressed if need be. How you doing, Sarah? Hey, Sarah. Hey, Darknesses. Hey, Trey. Never got a reasonable. Behave is something I try to do if I want to function. Answer: yes. In this case, behaving is not doing things that will make you so physically strained you can't do other things that are fun. And if I don't succeed, I get threats of being tied to a chair. I said paracord. And I said where to get it at discount. Again, not sponsored, but Menards. Heck, just hook me up with a whole bunch of value lumber. If you know, you know. I will take payment in value lumber, random hardware, anything that has been marked down for clearance at under 10 cents. I mean, we can work. Don says, morning, Manda, who is working? And boy, did she get nailed with the, oh, and we're auditing your, what is it? Your retirement fund information for your own employees. The same month that the annual report that audits everything else in the library is due. I bought her chocolate and frozen treats and delivered them because I am not stupid. That being said, Don says, good morning, Xander. He says hi. Woo, I got head rush from that neck snap. Because Casey Ryback loves America. Or no, Steven Seagal loves America. So scared by good morning. The good morning, I dropped my like on the floor. It's okay. Likes bounce. 3-second rule, Carl. I'm sorry. That reminds me, there has been a PSA that has been issued. The new people in charge of the CDC and all that, you know, the ones who aren't allowed to use specific scientific words because scientific word science, did put out that due to economic constraints, the 3-second rule has been extended to 10 seconds just because food prices are at a level. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Hi, Josh. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Josh. Dawn. Hey, Trey. We got greetings and we got greetings. And something messaged me when they should have been able to message me. So that's interesting. And it's not coming up, but something. Yes. The word butts was just messaged to me. No explanation, just butts. Groovy. They must have caught back to that bowling comment. Anyway, I gave my card to someone I met in an elevator Monday, invited her to scan the QR code to go to my page and see all my books. How many Munzie credits did you get for that? No. Yes, Carl is the first man to ever develop the QR code Munzie redirect virus. Miss some people. Got a call. Hey, Odar Koepp. Dawn, Josh, Nichols, and anyone else who I don't see right now. And Don says, are you a member of the Indie CD but can't make the con? I will rep you for nominal fee at the Indie CD traveling table. Form's there. Do it. Give her money. I ordered some cigars from Sig International. They are stuck in Jersey for some reason. Well, you see, while all cigars come from all over the world, New Jersey, through sheer chance, happenstance, and a radiant, shimmering cacophony of pollution substances, somehow manages to smell like all the cigars all at once. So they must make a pilgrimage to New Jersey to be among the holy land of their people and visit the George Bird's Memorial Shrine. He has nothing to do with Jersey. They just like his smell. Anyway, plus, living here in Jersey, fighting villains from afar, you have to find first gear in your giant robot car. That's a bit of a deep cut for some of you, and that's okay. The bird, Uncle Carl. I'm so excited to see Amanda spinning. Me too, and feel free to send me money to contribute to my account to getting a Wonder Woman costume for Amanda. Never mind. I want to see her spin. Amanda's going to be on Burning His Love. Yay! Woot! Oh, fun. Josh, everything gets stuck in Jersey or Kansas City. It used to get stuck in Shanahan, Illinois, but I fixed that. You are welcome. LOL, Carl. I think when I ordered my first guitar, it stalled out in California somewhere. After a month and a half of no movement, I got a refund. Yes, and somewhere there's a guy sitting outside of a Amazon shipping warehouse in his van, playing the guitar he got out of a broken box, wondering why all the instructions are written in Chinese. But that's crazy thesis. Good morning, everyone. Happy hump day and welcome to the middle of the week. Yes, and we are going to be humping to it very soon to get drawing. Hey, Chris. Morning, Chris. Greetings. I got to hop through these greetings. Squee! Apparently, the double power squee of her babies and Chris was too much for my squee sensors to take. Carl, are you guys getting snow ice today? Not yet. We're supposed to get that at least because I'm very close up and down to Carl and Donna. But sadly not horizontally because anyway, because Trey and Joy would get jealous if I did. But true. See, there's possessive. A table with 4 legs is very stable. Anyway, that's supposed to be this afternoon. We're under winter watch till noon. Nothing so far. Accountability. Working on a super secret project. Hope to have it done by this weekend's show. Calvin is on my lap, so one-handed typing. Slow. Now, Carl, if there was anybody I thought who could type quickly while one-handed, I would think, okay, says Josh. I just looked at the radar. Looks like lots of dry air now. Cool, because I could go without the white stuff. The only white stuff I need is in the middle of my Oreo. Anyway, my phone says that preset has moved to 2 a.m. or so. Nice. We're supposed to get ice. Blah. We're supposed to be nearly 60. And yes, I had said, and now soon I'm going to be productive. And Dusty materialized and went, no. Hi, Dusty. Whatever's going on with the weather, my human barometer anchor isn't having sympathy pains for those who do if we don't. I just texted the same thing to best friend who lives in a tiny town called Homer, Illinois. Can't stand ice, power outages, and trees. I agree. And Dusty, he's so smug about being cute and disruptive. He will lay on his back like the cat where you're supposed to put money on his tummy for no apparent reason. And he will let you do that briefly. But good luck getting the money back. Dusty, great-looking cat. Homer's not that far from us, Sarah. Foxy says, hi, Xander. Nice, and 62 right here now. Anyway, I tried to read that as nice and 6'2" right now, and I'm thinking, yes, so you're over 6 feet, so you must matter if society's taught me anything. I would land just like the kitty, so graceful. The zoobs are real and the derps with it. This is why your walls might not need padding, but your floor should. Although, having a coat that gives you a hug is not necessarily a bad thing. I saw a lovely line of dresses with integrated hug yourself straps. The funny thing is I can't tell if it's something the guy came up with or they were historical. Because they look like historical dresses. And I know that sounds twisted, but if you study enough of the right parts in history, saying, this is my lovely wife, but she can't be trusted right now, so she's going to help hostess, but she won't be able to use her hands. There, dear, literally be a sexy lamp in the corner. Anyway, accountability stream is set up for tonight. The next 4 BSR tanks are currently printing and should be done in about 7 hours. If we ever get to make a Big Stompy Robots real-time strategy game, Joe's face needs to be whatever's used in the factory for building units. They're coming! Click. Hey, Joe. Hockey is my second favorite sport. New York Rangers. Cool, Joe. We used to turn on the radio and listen to the broadcast while muting the TV and watching. That makes perfect sense to me. Hi, Joe. Oh, if you're watching Prime, sorry, you said muting the radio. Another PSA. Prime has started doing in the audio options sometimes, not always, but sometimes boosted English boosted dialogue. So they're taking the dialogue tracks and boosting them so you can hear them over, John Williams just, which is great, except if you watch Star Wars The Phantom Menace, when Darth Maul is doing his flips, you can hear, ow, ow, my freaking ankle, ow, ow. Anyway, I learned a lot about football that way. Yes, American football, and I like it generally this year. Ugh. I know that there's a big convention coming up for the sports ball cosplayers. And it's so cute because they get their little sports ball cosplays and their face paint and stuff. And I respect that because I tell you, when the Final Fantasy expansion for the Final Fantasy Universes Beyond release for Magic the Gathering finally releases, I will be a complete wackadoo because I definitely need a very specific angel card so that I can say, because you're worth it too. And I know that I will be tracking down, because if they don't make it, it will be a crime. Of course, my favorite Pokemon of all time, Part 2, Toonberry, because all Toonberry really is, Tomberry, however you want to say it, is Sandshrew who got tired of everybody's stuff. I have drawn that somewhere before. I will draw it again, I think as a 4-panel comic. Because that's just Sandshrew like, Pikachu, shut up. Pika, Pika. Pikachu, shut up. Pika, Pika, Pika. The real reason Pikachu is weak to ground has nothing to do with electric. Has to do with the big old butcher knife he pulls out. Anyway, hockey was one of my favorite PE sports throughout high school. Floor hockey, and I am just getting completely breaded right now. Anywho, it was fun memories with Dad when I was a kid. And that's awesome. And that's what makes it great. It's kind of like WWE, WWF, whatever. Of course, I can't really watch that with Xander because I don't want to instill ideas, which is kind of tragic, but it's okay. I haven't been getting my notifications either, especially for your stuff. I am severely being ratcheted back. So when I say I am doing my show as long as they let me, and I have to be very, very careful with my content, I'm not being facetious. They actually don't like my mix of occasional martial knowledge and, hey, why don't you guys do things for yourself? Apparently they're worried. So I will do what I do while I can for as long as I can. And that leads my distraction with Hellboy, who looks like he has 2 hockey pucks on his forehead, which distracts me. You're not wrong. But boy, I wish they would just get Ron Perlman and I can't. Selena. Oh God. She played Liz on Hellboy. Oh God, it's not Selena. Oh. Come on, she made out with Sarah Michelle Gellar in Cruel Intentions, and then has kept doing it quietly for the last 30 years. Because Sarah Michelle Gellar is a bisexual icon. Oh, what the heck? Anyway, I started watching hockey a while back with a team called the Atlanta Thrashers. They aren't around anymore. I got Foxy into it watching the Blackhawks. We watched a playoff game that went into triple overtime. Then we got our own team. College should watch women's basketball and volleyball, just saying. Volleyball shorts. All right. No one informed Carl about just about the ridiculous arc of what women are forced to wear in the Olympics at all. Because I know somewhere on like ESPN 12, they're covering women's long jump, and yeah. Yep. At softball and the SEC. Oh, Nick, did you see the one with Tiffany and Debbie Gibson? No. Well, maybe I did. Maybe I did. That sounds real familiar. And or 80 Shorts for Men. Yes, 80 Shorts for Men were problematic as a man who was a boy in the 80s. I'm just gonna Nexus Niall is now watching. Hello, Nexus. Wait, brother, did you mention Hellboy too? Did I mention that comment? I was referencing your comment, and I love me some Hellboy, especially Ron Perlman Hellboy. I'm sorry. There's some people who the role just becomes the actor. You know, that there it's sort of like Christopher Reeves will always be Superman, and then there's everybody else. Not saying there aren't some great Supermen, and my man Tyler Hoechlin is doing great, but he'll always be Derek Hale. So, you know, it just happens. I miss those mostly, depending on who's wearing them. Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck was an icon, and he's part of the reason is an icon, but part of the reason I fell in love with the wearing of Hawaiian shirts. So, yeah, I will not let those get rebranded by anybody. I thought Nichols was reading my comment when I saw Blade's icon on the screen. I could have been. Sometimes I'm reading and it catches up with my scrolling. When men dress like men, short shorts and crop tops. I'm in my 40s. I have fairly recently lost 100 pounds. No one wants to see me in less than anything than like a full shirt, you know. Oh yeah, Dawn. Plus, I am almost as flammable as Trey. So, you know, I should go to the beach in at least rash guard for my safety as well as everyone's. Everyone wins. I just have to remember not to wear the wrong colors, or people, you know, won't let my son get near me because you're not allowed to hug manatees. Anyway, I meant no blood by the bald comment. I imagined his head in place of a bull. I know. Oh, I know. Right, Trey. Exactly what I was thinking, Don. So hairy and way too short shorts. Watching was disturbed. Can't watch those anymore. Got ruined. It was disturbing. Some of us are a little more floofy. See, I am both fluffy and floofy. Once again, that's why I wear shirts. My babies. It's okay, Thesis. Funny. Oh, I know. I just thought it was funny. I don't think my brain is braining. Listening mode, or everyone is going to have more derps than anticipated. Okay, Carl, if you expect me to draw art in a moment, because I'm running late, that is able to be drawn on a public live stream, and you are not throwing vast sums of money my way, do not use Sarah with that spelling and paracord in the same sentence. Good Lord, man. Woof. Indeed. Ted likes double digits. Great job, folks. I appreciate it. I have to behave too, Don. It's no fun. Says prayer for Amanda and the audits. Yes. Trey says morning, Xander. He says hi. But, yeah, somehow I got a message that came through despite my internet being turned off and my phone muted, and it just said butts. The Nick Field is real. Dan is our function dude for spreadsheets, right? Yes. Isn't there a show where all the characters are butts? Okay, I want to make so much snark, but I said I'd be good about politics. Anyway, well, this is a legit question, trying to figure out how to do a thing. And yes, darn. Okay, I'm definitely not the person you want, Dawn. Yes, Dan is spreadsheet man. Time for me to hop. Need to get some things done before the lovely storms decide to come along. See you folks later tonight. Good job on the Munsey caps this morning, folks. That way I know everyone is still alive and moving. Hold on. Gall. Sorry, Arnold Schwarzenegger got hold of me. I know what you want. I haven't done it in a while, so everybody's favorite jam. Advertising, well, something.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
I was drinking at the time of chair, so you got a reprieve. Let me go quick through these comments some more, and we'll get on to the art and music. Nichols was reading my comment. I probably did. Shorts, where are we? Double digits, but Dawn wants a specific thing. Joe's hopping to it. Okay. And Carl is talking capped people. Anyway, bye, Joe. I love when I speak things in Nicky's because it sounds like I'm talking about something entirely different. Great day, Joe. Supposed to be near 70 today. Kind of nice, but temps are supposed to drop to normal next week. Fall spring is here. A week or two will be back in cold temps again. That's weird when at the beginning of Feb, we don't know whether we're going to get spring or winter warnings. The answer is yes. For sure, Foxy. Oh my God, Nick. You sound much like Pikachu, Nichols. Almost at a disturbing level. Raffle. Pikachu. Anyway, leftovers from high school. Things I never thought I'd develop as abilities. Just watching the big guy doing Gollum's voice and the one who just like watching the big guy doing Gollum's voice and the one who voices for Elmo. It's a natural. Reese Witherspoon? No. Selma Blair? Yes. Selma Blair for the win. Thank you. I just couldn't remember her name. At this point, they may have to animate it, but I want the third part in that story. Dang it. Also, if you watch that movie, the second one, Hellboy and the Golden Army, they could do Driz Do'Urden if that dude's still alive. If you know, you freaking know. And if you don't, Driz is great. But my man Artemis Interi exists for a reason. Sword and Dagger Supremacy 2025. I said it. Come at me, bro. Anyway, I miss Thrashers and Flames. The Calgary Flames were originally the Atlanta Flames. Flame on, flame on. Anyway. And yeah, there was also a girl with dark hair who got her first kiss from Sarah Michelle Gellar in there as well. Oh, Selma. I freaking have that movie. Oh my gosh, the level of derps. I think you're right. Selma. You are a woman of quality, Trelana, and I'm going to give you bonus points. Okay, What about the 80s guy? Richard, I can't think of his last name. Curly hairs. The name is Simmons. But when I said 80s guy, Richard, my brain put gear and tried to combine them, and it made the movie Pretty Woman so much more sassy. All right. Mega Python versus Gatoroid. That was a great one, too. As are all the Sharktopus movies. Simmons. Yep. He was such a fruitcake. No, well, there was fruit. Come watch my show this Saturday to see what I've been working on. That's the link for Thesis' show. God to Media introduced rivalry between the two teen idols. Cheesy, but it was gloriously cheesy. Rock on. But I don't see shorts so short on a man where it gets close to floof in an area that almost needs a black bar to cover it. Well, see, I believe in fairness for everybody. And I know a lot of ladies who wear pants and shorts and skirts that they clearly need to shave to be able to wear. So it's only fair. I don't judge anybody at this point. I mean, I've really gotten past mostly judging. Hello, Sarah. And thanks for the hint for the, that was not a hint for the Mumsy ad, but thanks anyway. Of course, chair. So that episode, he was sitting Indian style. Oh my gosh, chair. He's going to say it. No, actually, I was taking a drink at that time while I was setting things up. Time lapse, cruel intentions, and not just because of that kiss. I am sighing for what you could have gotten from that bet, and I mean the car. Oh, if you know, you know. That show's great. The ending priceless, plotting so deep. So much psych in that movie. I'd have a class study of them. Amazing writing. And there is a TV series that is out fairly recently somewhere based in that. But let's get arting. And to art, I need jams. So first I need jams. Probably something from Dan. Let's start with Supermoon, because I feel super moony. Okay. Hold on. I'll fix it. It auto puts it at like 50. There we go. And we're going to grab this. We are not sketching in gold. You're going to sketch in like a sketchy color. Let's go. Put that away. Okay, so I'm going to set a general horizon line down. I know normally I paint, but I've got some ideas going. So, because I said supermoon, so we're going to just throw a happy little moon up here. Get a little. We're not going full. Starry Night with it, but we're getting there. And then, okay, we've got this going on. We've got a supermoon. And we're going to cut here, cut over, keep ourselves there. Cut here. Nope. I rebuke that line, but I want that line back. Cut over here. I got to put the comments back up so I can see what needs to be respected to. Time-lapse of La Luna. Yes. They are making a 4. But, I don't know. I see the first one as something that was... It should just been left. It was great. I try not to look at the Saw movies. Okay, so we have this. And again... I'm feeling kind of southwesty. It's been a while. So let's do a little bit of like classic Southwest in space kind of thing. Because I like the island mountain looking things that you get when you're in the Badlands. Just to give some lines. Usually I do this step in my head with a lot of this, but I want you guys to see. Oh, wow. And instantly we got some Tex Avery vibes. I'm wearing my Howling Wolf nightshirt. Man of taste and quality. My network's a lot better if I don't bring the comments on screen. Do this. This is going to get a poof. So we're just going to... Okay, let's go. Let's go. I know where I'm going with this. I really am in an old school mood. Let's get some monobike action going on here. I am pulling no punches today. We are going full monobike. Anime classic that is totally undervalued called Venus Wars from back in the day. We'll do that. Put another one right up here. Actually, let's just do the full, that it's dark and like looming over here. We'll put some Mesa looking cowboyism. Ooh, Mesa. No, we'll get some Mesa looking energy over there. Yeah, Thundercats or Silverhawks. Yeah. Thank you. Honestly, I'm really digging this one. Like I said, I feel kind of loose today. I feel kind of chill. Like things are happening and that's okay. Oh. This has such a movie God, I always lose the word for these things. Yeah, we have that too. 7-2. Well, let's get some ICE action in there. Internal combustion engine. Yes, next Friday is Valentine's Day. And if you aren't prepared, you better figure out something. Yeah, that's why Roadrunner and Coyote is why I said Tex Avery. But like I said Supermoon because it was the name of the song that's being played. And, you know, brought to you by the amazing Dan Hollifield. Go on Bandcamp the last Friday of the month and buy all his music when you have money. It still needs something. Oh, wait. No, I know what it needs. I'm not even worried about it. It needs credits rolling. You know what I'm saying? This has that end of the anime. Woo! Hi, Dusty! My pat leg is rolled up slightly because it's that weird temperature balance thing. And I just had an unexpected cattail along the back of my knee. Hi. Hey, bud. Okay, yeah, I'm drawing. Okay, we got another one. Oh, we need to take this. We need to pull this down to about there. Got another layer. I'm going to start here because this is going to be both the smallest and most detailed chunk of this, so I have to be precise. Get there, bring this back out, black, and I'm going to need a little brush. Cool. Okay, we're going to go. That's bright green. Don't know why I have bright green selected, but that's okay. Oh, wow. It has been a long time since I felt like I was doing pixel art. but that's okay. Whoa! Hi, Dusty! Hello. I'm drawing. I have pictures to do. Sir. Okay. Okay. Hi. Hi. Could I draw now? No? Yes, I need to work. I know it's been an hour. It's Wednesday, my dude. I need to art. Okay, yeah, I know there's stuff down there. I've been cleaning. That's... Oh, God. Cat. Okay, you need to go on my other... Okay. Can you settle? Can you please? Okay. Okay. We'll just do this then. Okay, there we go. And we'll come here. We'll go here. Am I putting a needless amount of detail into something that is just essentially a screenshot? Yep, I am. Does that bother me at all? Nope. Okay, cat, I kind of need to brace. So you go down like that. That arm is not being have right now. Yes, the second one shows you how Sebastian turned into what he was. And let's see, do this. I actually have a long history of loving to draw sci-fi scenes with monobikes in them. Some of the very early pictures done on this channel, early videos that is, are stop motions. And I did actually a stop motion using paper and a whiteboard for a really neat effect. It's way early in the Wayback Files, but if you get bored, you ought to check it out. So you got a bracket. The motor has to be down here. Nick, are you seriously trying to make sure that your space monobike makes some semblance of scientific sense? Obviously. I don't want to, strain your suspension of disbelief. And let's see. Hump Day, Bike Rest. That would have been worth watching as background, provided it was written as well. Speaking of Sarah Michelle Gellar, if you haven't heard, they are starting the shooting, or they have the writing team, and they are gathering the actors for a Buffy reboot / continuation. It will not be Joss because of, his stuff and the general kind of human being it was revealed him to be. But oh yeah, she needs the ponytail thing going. She needs a ponytail. Yeah, let's get some Samus action. I'm having so much fun with the classic motorcycle detailing that I'm putting on this. So it's not just, a futuristic monobike, but it's a futuristic monobike built around the idea of a motorcycle from the late 70s, early 80s. There we go. Because, I'm sorry, we need a Triumph Thunderbird monobike, and we need it right now. Oh no, don't fight sleep. Sarah, if you can sleep, do so. You can catch me in review. Let's see, how's that look? I love when I zoom in and I go, it looks like garbage. And then I zoom out and like, acceptable. Yes, I put a lot of effort into that. No, I don't normally do this. Hi, StreamYard. Yes, I know you are streaming this. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to make my life a little easier and put, again, a little Text Avery style ramp here. I wasn't feeling like dropping right into the watery colored goodness. So I have to do a bit of this action right here under the wheel, which has to have that. And then we'll do a bit of this action. Like, what I love is I'll do a picture like this, and my brain just starts trying to tell me the story about it. And I am way, way too happy to have both of those elements in my life. But I can't do anything about it. Watch out for that right hook, Sarah. Sleep's got a nasty one. You aren't wrong. Oh, and I did that all with the Millipede? Rock on. I can do some chill art with a fixed value pen. Let's do it. We're millipenning this. All right. Consistent line weight? Are we really going down this road? I really want to watch Venus Wars right now. But it's one of those movies that has like 5 scenes in it that make it totally Xander inappropriate. Oh, wait. Wrong. This is too heavy a line. I need something more like this. There we go. Here we go. Let me move this over here so I can see where I am. Got a little lost in it, but not bad. Not bad. We have not lost our way entirely. Just for a moment there. And let me go. We'll do a bit of this. Nice. Nice berries. We like nice berries. Okay. Nice berries is good. And this is going to be a long one because, of course, I have plans for what I need to be doing. So I decide to self-sabotage by coming up with the silliest stuff like this. But, Calvin's ready for cat lunch. See everyone? Okay. Oh, yeah, especially with the nightmares. No Freddy action. That's one thing. My nightmares are very rarely trademarked creatures. I have other things for that. But it shouldn't surprise anyone that I, of all people, have very strange dreams. No, not Nick. Nick wouldn't have strange dreams. I always forget what these things are called. Okay. This doesn't need to be perfect because we're not in the realm of perfect. We're in the realm of drawing dreams and ideas. And we can always goof with things. Art can always be adjusted. Alrighty then. No, that's way too heavy a line for that. I know it. Now, we'll close that up. close that up. Goes right there. Oh, we might be getting somewhere with this. Let's see. Another layer. This layer is going to be for like black fills, like that. Whoa. Refer to other layers. Oh, one moment. Undo that. Gotta hide this for this part. Chunk. 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 Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. I goofed up because I did not close the circle. I was like, it doesn't matter. It's like, yes, it does, because if I don't close it, I won't be able to render it nice. And I just hear digital art instructors going, I told you that. Nice. Now we're getting somewhere. And I will, of course, do some pen work there. This one I'm going to have to airbrush to get looking right anyway. But we're just doing the... not doing that. Not using that tool for that, apparently. Nor that. Ooh. It's interesting because it's overriding things and it shouldn't be able to. That's intriguing. Okay. Well, let's break out the airbrush. I need, this is one, way too wide, and two, way too narrow, and two, way too profound. So we're going to do this, like so. And I'm going to use the same kind of swirly ideas that I was doing earlier. I'm just going to be sure not to hit anywhere I don't want it to swirl. Now I'm going to pull this down just a little bit to... Bye, guys. I hope you have a good one. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. I made the classic mistake. I did all this on the wrong layers. Yuck. Okay. I got distracted. Multiply. If I do this, I do this. That works mostly. But it does need to be round. Alrighty. And now, and again, we're still in the light eras, and that's what I was doing wrong. Oh, yeah, it should be the same color as the sky. Nice. I'm going to have to fix a bit, but that's okay. We're always okay with fixing bits. There we are. Now, we're going to grab our Millipen back up. Not that big of one. Jeez. Grab this. We're just going to fix this little part right here while we're here. Chug, chug, chug. And I'm going to have to work on her, but that's a given. But right now I need gray. I need my airbrush back. I need it much, much smaller so I can actually control the dang thing. Do this like so. I love art like this because it instantly makes me want to tell the story. And that tells me that I have done it right. I'm just do this whole rig in red. I know I have to fix one spot, but I have to fix it on. something seldom seen. It's a blonde drawn by Nick. Doesn't usually do blondes, but that's what the character calls for. Is there a bit of homage to Samus in this? Are we getting that kind of Samusian vibe? No, never. I would never do an homage to Samus. Samus is one of the best characters Nintendo has, and they don't dare use her properly. Because there was some confusion and they didn't want to give away the surprise ending at the end of the first Metroid. So there was some promotional art that implied that Samus was very much the player. And I don't mean like the person controlling the game, I mean like they played the field, so to speak. But, so there was like, on one of the promotional things, Samus in armor, as was like in the 80s, with like arms over the shoulders of two bikini-clad alien chicks. And when you find out the end of it, it makes it so much more, delightful. Because it's like, oh, really? Unless we somehow have a lethaned situation going on here, which I doubt. Wow, I referenced lethaned. What was it? Adept of the Blue Star, a character done by Miriam Zimmer Bradley, for the Thieves World open world setting. And, Lethan was a female character who wanted to learn the magic of the Adepts of the Blue Star. So she posed as a male, made it almost all the way through the trials, did well enough. And the thing about this group of individuals is that they have to have a single terrible secret. And if anybody finds out their secret, they get the person's powers. And it's fairly elaborately arranged, as such things are. But in Lethan's case, their secret is that they are a woman, not a man. So they have to portray themselves as a man. And it does make for some interesting things, and some of the best cover, including of one of the dear friends she had from before the whole secret thing, happened to be the matron of a brothel. So she gets to go visit her, and because she knows the secret, there's no secret to be had. But Lethan is the only one that the matron of the brothel breaks her matron's privilege. And the matron's privilege of a brothel is the ability to sleep in an empty bed. So you have that whole thing. Really a great series, back from a great time in sci-fi that I think isn't quite as appreciated as it should be. And I know I'm prattling, but sometimes I get tired. I don't know about you, but when you're like the only person you can find who is a fan of a series, and you're just stuck like, here I am sitting in my fandom, far across the sky, and there's no one who knows the characters except I. Because I found the book at a dollar store in 1995. You know what I mean? But the great thing is, I've never sought to deliberately find the series, because if I did, I wouldn't have the joy of every few years stumbling across one of the few books in the series that I haven't read, which keeps them almost new to me. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else, but it makes sense to me. Now we're going to come here. We're going to do the, oops, oh, wrong setting. Hold on. For only the editing layer. I'm really having fun of late, and I appreciate you guys kind of allowing me this. The ability to sit and play with something I'm actually working on getting better with. And, you know, I can sit and do some pieces that take more time and involve, you know, things like, hey, I'd like more lighting techniques, you know? I'd like to play with the lighting more. Because it lets me just do some things. I need... let's darken this a bit. Yeah, there we go. Maybe a bit more orange. I want to play with the tune because I don't... whoop, that's too big. And the color's right. Oh, actually, here, hold on. I want to add some pock marks to make this moon more moony. I don't want to imitate the crater patterns on Earth, but I want... there we go. That's a good one. I like this. Now, I'm going to do one more layer, and I'm going to come over here with this. And I gotta be gentle with this because I'm working in natural and in a normal layer, which means I can muck up quite a bit. But I want to add just those hints of light from the setting moon thing, just to kind of give that. I like the eeriness feel. I don't know. I like that. I like the isolation and the sense of not just adventure, but that sense, I need another multiply layer, of, I don't know, there's a almost liberating feel to this. If I could do it right. I do this. There it is. That's the element I was looking for. It needed that wash, you know? Hi, Xander. You can come see what I'm doing. You want to see the picture I'm drawing? You can come see. You're allowed. Might have to move a Nerf blaster or two. Come on over. That's fine. I only have the little camera, but see? That's what I'm drawing. I'm doing a lady on a motorbike.
Oh.
And that's going to be Monday's picture. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Put your nuggets and fries in, bud. That way they'll be done when you're hungry. Okay? Cool. This is the downside to this kind of picture, though. This. This. It's that, oops. I can't quite spend the time on it I would because of the format of the show. Oh, I want nuggets and fries. That Xander likes it. He has nuggets and fries for lunch. He usually has cereal for breakfast. And then we're working on dinner. Yep, exactly. Almost a blood moon. There are certain pictures that will forever be burnt into my soul And if you watch the very beginning of Vampire Hunter D, there's the scene where they're talking about the background, and the text is going about 10,000 years since the whatever vampires have ruled the night, and this crazy ornate castle, Magnus Lee's castle, is in front of this pinkish moon, and it's seared into me. And since then, I've been kind of reaching for that. But yeah, I don't think I want to add hard light to it. I think I kind of like where I am with this. Very vintage future. Thank you. Okay, there are some more buried under the kind ice creamy bar things, but next time we go shopping, we'll get more French fries. Okay? I need to sign this. That's way too big a pen, though. Let's go down to something like this. That's still way too big a pen. I want. Okay. There we go. So we got the first one mostly done. File, save as. Actually, I like that. Oops. Moto bike ride from the vintage. Okay, future. We'll worry about the fact I had the caps lock on and completely inversed it. That's fine. Yes, please go eat something. Do you need food? Are you somewhere that we can call a pizza for you if need be? And we will export that as a ping. And we will export the time lapse. This really felt more like one of my, when I'm drawing and I'm not being streamed and kind of fall into it pictures. And we'll do that. And we'll go here. We'll go here. And where do we want to Nevermind the Furthermore? Probably up top. Let me check the settings, make sure I haven't done anything silly. Yep. Never mind. Sorry it took so long with the typo. The typo power is strong. Caps lock goes away. Never mind the furthermore. Okay. Rock the heck on. Oh, here. I gotta look at something real quick. February 10th. We are hopping and popping. Let's go. File, export, JPEG. There we go. NTF 21025. At least we got through Mondays. Now, let's see. What shall I do for the next one? Any thoughts? Well, you guys are thinking. I'm going to close this up real quick. No, I don't want to say that. I like that how it is. I'm going to do the time lapse so that the time lapse is recorded. And like I said, I have to do. And let's run an ad. So let's go media assets. Pause the music. You know what? Grant Lankard needs his ad run, so I'll run Grant's ad.
Finally, it's time for the follow-up to the hit modern fantasy comic book, Beowulf. Victor, the reincarnation of the legendary warrior Beowulf is plagued by visions of his ancestor facing off against his most infamous rivals, Grendel and Grendel's mother. Victor, with his lovable sidekick and spirit guide Moony the cat with magic powers, must reevaluate everything they've come to believe in this epic adventure. Were Grendel and Grendel's mother actually the monsters they were portrayed as in storybooks? Could somebody be using dark magic in an attempt to resurrect Grendel and his mother in a petty act of revenge? For the answers to these mysteries, plus plenty of action, humour and magic, check out Beowulf, Grendel's Curse. This is a 3-issue miniseries, with each issue being over 30 pages. Get it now for a limited time on Kickstarter.
Alrighty, let's see. Any comments on thoughts? I didn't see him in here today. I don't think he was feeling too well. So I'm just all out of sequence today. I understand that. But I really wanted to do that drawing thing. It was coming very quickly to my mind. So I'm like, I'll do that first. Cozy warmth. Cozy warmth. I am all about some cozy warmth. Let's see. Cozy warmth calls back to my happy pencil, though, doesn't it? That's a big pencil. That is a honker pencil. Yeah, I don't think I need that big of a pencil. Let's do this. Cozy warmth, huh? Cozy warmth. Do this. Okay, cozy warmth. Yeah, you know what? This could be a rough sketch phase. We can do that. It's like as soon as the word cozy warmth comes out, my brain goes, oh, we're going cottagecore then? So, if you're going to do something cottagecore, you need some kind of cottage. So we'll just start with this. Why is it off the edge of the paper over here? I don't know. But we're just getting a rough cottage thing. And I know I'm on the in the right place because my brain instantly started going to the Lord of the Rings, like I think it's the On Matters of Hobbits or whatever song. Dee 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 dee. And it's like, I don't know why I'm going like full. Yeah, actually, I do know why I'm going full. Like homesteader looking, rough, sketchy. God, I used to remember what these fences are called. Anyway. My favorite kind of fence. The ones where you like take saplings and you weave them so they look kind of basket woven. Who plays Minecraft? We play Minecraft. No, I'll just do this sort of. I don't know why I'm feeling so sketchy today. It's not, and not like, yeah, I feel sketchy. But like, I feel like just sort of playing out the, just rough doodling a little bit before I do stuff. I know, really keeping things loose. And let's see what's coming through here. No one I care about. Nothing that needs done. Cool. Okay. Oh, I did find out something odd. A Nerf blaster I have been, and not by Nerf brand, it's actually by Worker. A blaster I've been considering getting for years. Wasn't too expensive, but was right on the expensive line, called a Hurricane. Got discontinued. It just vanished just about everywhere overnight. Gone from Amazon, gone from most of the places. I found one site that had it, and I'm like, well, I'm going to order one because if I don't, I will regret it possibly forever as one of those that I was keeping my eyes on. It's, in its base configuration, it's not terribly powerful, but there's a certain neatness to it. So, I'm not gonna complain. I told Mandy, she's like, "You bought that?" I'm like, "Yes." Why? Well, I was going to save up for other things, but I had to get this one because it's not going to be available. She's like, "But you've been hemming and hawing for years over that." I'm like, "Yes," and every time I'd go to get it, there'd be something more important. No recall. It's just what happened is the small/independent blaster area outran it so far that it's not powerful enough, I think, for the people who, it has to have so much power and, the performance and all. But it was in a very neat little package, and it only ran off of a couple batteries and only required a trigger pull to operate, which means I could use it on a really bad hand day. And it was holsterable, and I do like a good holsterable blaster. So let's see. Let's do this. Oh, I forgot to turn my music if I'm humming. So, sometimes you need lazy days. I'm not going to fault you guys for having a lazy day, because there are days where I wake up and I can't do much of anything. I can barely stand if my back and neck are in bad shape. And I've just come to accept that rest is an action. I might even keep this one sketchy. I'm kind of having fun with it. There are art styles I would really like to be better at. And there is, I call it the cozy RPG art style, but it's like that soft, kind of clunky, it's like anime adjacent, but not quite there. And you'd know it if you saw it. I started to go, yeah, it's what I was using in Blank Project, and I'm like, I had to hide Blank Project because if certain people found out about it, they would try to take it. So I can't talk about Blank Project right now, but that doesn't help. I remember it's like the simpler, kinder version of Joe Mads's Battle Chasers, if that helps. Or, kind of like the art you find when they're advertising a new Atlas game. It's like super cozy. Lots of soft colors, lots of round edges. So you get that almost Ghibli-esque clutter, but it's like comfy clutter. I love it. I want something that I can occasionally just sit back and, I don't know, just relax to. I've like become mildly addicted to mildly predictable, low stake isekai things. So so I've been like ranking the isekais I watch by either how chill are they or Ari Fueta, because Ari Fueta is probably my favorite isekai currently, and it is everything but chill. However, that one's the first harem anime style, looking thing where he refuses to harem. It's like, okay, yeah, he's surrounded by all these women. Yeah, and it's like, this one is mine. I mean, you can follow along, but I will never care for you the way I care for them, so just get over it. And it's like, aw, he's kind. He just isn't nice. I love it. I just, There we go. We'll just do this. Like, I can tell you all about this place now that I've been drawing it for a while. Like, the lore. And the lore of this place is that it was built for a merchant's wife. He was like wandering merchant. And, he and she lived together in it originally, and they moved to another property when they had kids and stuff. And once she got to a certain age, he passed, which is sad. But she got to go back to the house that he built for her originally when they were just together. And she's kind of a witchy sort, so she lives with her cats and birds and things that she talks to, and they may or may not talk back. And like the nearby towns come to her for herbs and vegetables and stuff. So it looks like the setup, but they're going to accuse her of being a witch. Except if you accuse this woman of being a witch and cause her problems, the entire town would just descend upon you. We're not having any of that here. You can move that on down the road, because we don't have that kind of problem. Well, she's a witch. If she's a witch, she's our witch. Go away. So my brain's kind of... if you were to combine... like... kind of like the community from Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, with like, they got their own Kiki, and Kiki's been there so long she's as old as the kind of funny melty witch from Spirited Away, but she's got like that old Sophie energy, like old Curse Sophie energy. Does that make sense? Tell me that makes sense to someone watching this video, because that's like the lore I am seeing of this place. It's like the only reason she has a fence is to dissuade some of the greedier rabbits. But she doesn't really mind, because most of them know when to stop. It's like, yeah, but don't eat out of that. And I'm going to have to find this video again so that I can read my notes, because this sounds like a great story. And a lot of times my best stories come not because I'm writing something originally, but because I've been sketching something and my brain starts telling me, well, this is what's going on here. Her mailbox is like a hollowed out log. It has like a simple flap and a knob, so it almost looks like a keg over it. I don't know. Someday, when my world is straightened out enough I can do it, I'm going to write a certain solar punk story that has been floating in my head for a long time. And it might overlap with this. So, like, there's a part of me that really wants to add some solar panels or like a windmill or something and just make it less like, But, so yeah, I think I'm just going to sketch this one in my, literally, like, if I were playing in a sketchbook, just absent-mindedly goofing around with, like, a knife-sharpened giveaway pencil with a terrible eraser. I'm sorry, this sounds so precise. Well, I've got some comments. I've been prattling. Backwater hat, yes. Yes. Oh, I understand, Sarah. I really do. And while it will be better in Lafayette, it's still not perfect. I saw some shadiness in Lafayette that concerned me just a little bit. But you'll be in a lot better place out this way than you would over there. Got with some kind of plant growing in here. And it keeps trying to turn it into a fire pit, and it's not. It's plants and stuff. Dang it. But Sophie is a great name for the lady who runs this. I just don't know if I want to quite steal that, because Sophie is also the name of somebody I have a couple Sophies in my life, and they'd all argue about which Sophie is the Sophie I'm talking about. But yes, you can thrive here. And like I said, it's giving me motivation to get through. I got behind on a lot of things due to injury. And just dealing with the reality of my condition. And my take on a lot of what's going on really boils down to this. There's a lot I can't change, but what I can to make the world a little bit better, maybe I should, And a lot of people, how do you rebel? What do you do? What do you do when the world doesn't make sense? And a big part of it is making grow things. Most of what's going on in the world right now is fueled by greed. I'm not even worried about the politics. I'm not worried about names or parties or who's saying what right now. I'm just saying that the vast majority of what's going wrong is greed in the, corporatized sector. So if I said, well, try to be less greedy, that helps, knowing they will be. And try, there's a guy, his name's Mark from Self-Sufficient Me. It's a YouTube channel, and he's Australian. And he was in the military, the Australian military, to be clear. And he got hurt during something. And so he couldn't work outside the house anymore. And he had to recover. And things were very tight. So he started gardening, literally to offset the cost on his family. And then he got good at it. So you have this really nice Australian military bloke, ex-military, Uh, just happy kind of fella. And he always says, try to be self-sufficient in something. Not everything, because nobody can do everything. But be as self-sufficient in what you can as you can. So if you only have space to have a couple pots, have a couple pots of cherry tomatoes. Because then whatever happens, you at least have your cherry tomatoes. And you did that. You don't have to go out and buy cherry tomatoes. And I realized that I've been on the lower end of working class to extreme poverty most of my adult life. And while I've had emergency help from my parents and some other great people, most of the time it's just been Mandy and I being careful, and then making do. And I was talking about that last time. But I also realized that what I have, golf, I am not doing shtick, is a fairly unique set of skills. And a trained mentality that, I'm trying to teach myself proper physics. Like proper physics. Not, not crazy stuff, but to better understand the reason systems work. But for the most part, my world, I'm either looking at the world like it is, I'm admiring the beauty in one mindset, or I am seeing everything around me as components. Like, everything can be something else if it needs to be. You might not know what. And right now it's fairly simple systems. But I can look at something and go, oh, this could be a this. And my whole family can do it, but, both my father and my brothers, especially my brother Max, they're more mathematical than I am, in that the numbers never really floated around the page as much as they do for that, for them. We're all a little dyslexic, but so they do things on a much more proper mechanical level. I mean, and it's sorcery to me. It really is. The way my dad can look at a car parts and just, do different things. But I forget, because that was my build-up, my upbringing was around people like that. Incredibly capable people. So I've always looked at my own repair skills, my own auto skills, my own whatever skills I have, light grade general skills. I don't want to say as cute, but kind of insufficient, But in the scope of people who didn't grow up like I did, it's way out there. And I mean, I think part of it is just being a product of the 80s and early 90s. So, like, I watched a lot of MacGyver. I watched a lot of A-Team. And everybody forgets about every other episode, they were building a tank out of nothing. And a whole lot of a Canadian program called The Red Green Show. And one of the things Red Green said, and it's really something I hold to, is if the women don't find you handsome, they can at least find you handy. Is this cottage for sale? I could live there. It might be. I don't know. And I realized as I'm working on this that I want to do things like this to my home. If I can get my own place, like if I can get healthy enough to address the problems that my house has, get the parts and skill sets, I can make it closer to this. And I've always been a guy with dreams, but like, don't you want a mansion? And aside from the misapplication of a lazy river, style things, I really don't. You know what I mean? Like, don't you want to live in a castle? Like, there are spots I would love to have the space for training people in and things like that. But like the showing off, this is my car museum, No. I mean, I don't want to live anywhere I need servants to take care of me. Even though I probably should have some people looking after me. Thank you, Thesis. If you are still... Oh, I gotta go through a different thing to connect it. Guy Windsor's The Swordsman's Companion is free on Kindle, apparently, because of the 20th edition. And I am planning some stuff for the 20th anniversary edition of the Simple Sword in the fairly near future. A Victorian house would be beautiful. I love that look, too. I could put a Victorian house, like, with a different style of garden than this. But, like, if I said, if left, I just want to be the guy that if you left me alone in the woods for like a year, instead of coming back to, a body or, somebody who's all ramshackle, I would hope you'd come back to find something kind of like this, Maybe not as fancy, but like there's an encampment that works, and that's where I like to go. And I realize as I'm working on this, I play a lot of Minecraft. I play it with Sander and Mandy, and I play it by myself because it's a nice place to relax to, and I can kind of turn off the harder things and just kind of chill with it. But this looks a lot like the kind of setup I build when I'm building a Minecraft house, too. Which sounds silly. Oh, no, I appreciate it. But I will definitely be... I have to go through like my proper Amazon to be logged in to snag that. But that's what I told it because I know at least Trey is watching. But I know this is sketchy and not my usual art style for the show, but I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know it's different, but I kind of like it. And I really hope that someday I'll be able to draw something I like without feeling like I need to apologize for it. I don't know when or if that day will ever come, but I really, really hope that day does. Whoa, wrong. Too big brush. Forgot to make it a multiply. Give me a second. It'll look better in just a second. I have to make it a multiply layer. But I can't have the look I want if I go, there we go multiply. There we are. I might just do some coloring on this. Gosh, thank you. I sent Trey the same message on Facebook. Awesome. Thank you, Thesis. It is much appreciated. I don't often fully tell the story, but one of these days I will tell you the story of the sword. It's either the swordsman's or the duelist's companion, and the gentleman who tried to make it the mandatory text for everyone everywhere. Gosh darn it. Because, I knew a guy, and he revered that particular book. Anyway. But I guess this is getting the watercolor treatment. Part of me's like, you should have stopped, Nick. It looked good. I know. But I'm not stopping, and they can't make me. Ha ha ha. Actually, several people could, because they could just shut my stream down, which would greatly annoy me. And please don't ever do it, because the backlash would be endless and insurmountable. I do have a few bad habits, and one of them is my tendency to hold a grudge. But I'm having fun with this. And what it is I could have stopped at the sketch layer and simply been gone. And I could have inked it and, done things more formally. But instead, I'm just at this place. Yeah, that's just too big. Hold on. I need a little more control. But, thank you, Trey, for the writing prompt, the art prompt, Cozy Warmth. Cozy Warmth really, I want to take that last swipe off. There we go. Kind of sold me on this one. Oh, there's paint overlap. Yep, that's what happens when you paint. There's a little bit of get messy, make mistakes in my attitudes, and I don't regret it. It's kind of how I roll. Life would be a lot better if people would leave themselves the grace and space to just sort of play. To let themselves get messy, to let themselves make mistakes. And yes, I know this looks like a little kid watercolored it. I'm kind of okay with that too. Not a bad way to spend a slightly shaky day. I don't like that. That's not right. We can get rid of that. Watercolor with undo is mind-blowing to me as a concept. I don't apologize for what I write, even if I have to add a preface. This is dark. This is not my way of thinking. I apologize in part because training. I grew up at a time where artwork and creativity, and in the culture that I was subjected to, was labeled as exceptionally feminine, at least. There was not a permitted activity. And in line with that, it was an excuse for someone to make accusations of homosexuality. And the thing about accusations of homosexuality back then is it was very physically dangerous to be accused of being homosexual. And the accusation was enough at points in my life for me to be subjected to things that don't fit the warm, cozy values that I am trying to instill in the Scoofy picture. But, and while I don't think that way in any way, shape, or form, it's too dark. When you spend long enough with that being a very real, very physical danger, you learn to watch for it. And I think the times I grew up in are going to be briefly, and I do mean briefly. I don't like that. I don't think they will hold to it too much shaky on it. But that kind of danger is rearing its ugly head again. And that's part of why I do what I do, is provide a place where people can feel safe to be whatever. And I really, it's part of why I'll never lash out at somebody simply because of their religious beliefs or their political beliefs, even if I vehemently disagree with them. I will, for the most part, judge them by their actions. Now, there are a few things that I know are absolutely dangerous, and that's different. I need to find that thing about the irony of tolerance. But or not the irony, the oh god. Paradox of tolerance. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna make that one still breathing. That one can still be confused. Oh, okay. There's just a little bit. That works too. I kind of like it. Let's get this spark in there and just kind of do that. Yeah, sure. I'm okay with that. But I often say there are two kinds of people in the world. The kinds of people who when they go through something, they think everyone should go through it, and the kinds of people like me who when they go through something, hope no one ever has to go through what they went through or anything like it. And that means that's why I've been so stressed out lately, is a lot of people are going to go through things that I have not the authority, power, personal value in society, whatever, to affect. All I can do is sit back and watch. In part because of limits, in part because, I have to take care of little man. And I've seen sides of my local community in reference to individuals that, I can see maybe why they feel the way they do, but the steps they're willing to go to, I found very troubling. No, I'm going to do that because I'm pulling out of the so all I can do is, I've spent 20 years warning people, literally. I started studying statistics and I started studying sociology and psychology. I started see concepts in the same way I see objects, in that they're all components, they're all pieces of something. I looked at the way they fit together and I was not best pleased. So I warn folks, watch out for this. It's coming. And very few people listened, and it's come, and it's here. So all I can do now is, I know what has to be done to a measure for me and mine to make it. I know that I am taking certain risks even right now. And that's just the reality of it all. But I have an obligation to tell the truth, even if it's unpopular, even if it's scary. I have an obligation to remind folks that you are not going crazy. If you see things that just shock or bother you, there's things going on. You have to decide how and if you can respond to them, and do so in a safe and careful manner. Discussing this, someone recently kind of implied that I'm a coward. And maybe I am. Maybe I really am just a coward. But I just am not equipped for front line discussion on a lot of things right now. And that's okay. I can do what I've always done, try to be here for the people who have need of my services. And sometimes we gotta wait for the right people to be in the right place to do the right thing, because we don't have the capacity to do it ourselves. And that's okay too. There are times I can't open a pickle jar. When one of my joints pops out or my nerves are acting up, there are times I can't open a pickle jar. And I either have to use a tool or get help to open a pickle jar. Now, I used to always be able to open the pickle jars. But I carry a lot of scars, internal and out, and sometimes they get in the way. Let's see. Yes. I will say that I have my own history with narcissists. And that's part of it too. I had, for many, many years, I've dealt with people who were narcissistic, and I had friends who were monstrously so. And they did things and took advantage of me and trained me quite well to be very useful to certain kinds of people. But you can deprogram. It just takes time. You can rebuild. It just takes time. And sometimes you're just going to carry parts of that as just parts of who you are, and you really can't do anything about it. And that's okay too. You just do the best you can, and you strive and you work, and then someday, when you kind of least expect it, the rain will be coming down and the sky will look dark, and you'll think you're alone or almost alone, and you'll see it looks like the bad guys are winning again, so you'll get up to walk away. And when you least expect it, when you never ask it, the right people will walk away with you. And in a moment, you'll remember that there are some people out there who are still good, who are still trying. And then as dark as the world gets, you'll have folks that you can go, but these are good. These are kind people. And if they can be good and kind people, there must be others. And it does a lot to help you find the strength to carry on. They say when Pandora had opened up the box and let out all the evils in the world, the gods let one more thing out of the box, and that was hope, so that we might bear to carry on. So that is one thing we must never let get taken away. Fat and Dusty. Hi, Dusty. Come on. I know the routine. Come here. Yes, I know I'm taking a long time. Hi. Yes, those are my glasses. I know you don't like them, but they belong on my face. Let's see. You guys had such a really neat conversation going. Not everyone is a tank. Some people are support classes. I've always said I was support class. I'm a generalist, specialist support class. Somewhere between a cleric and a thief. If ever truer words were spoken, that Nick Tockert is somewhere between a cleric and a thief. But sometimes you need somebody who will pray over supper, and sometimes you need somebody who will pick a lock. For sure. I was so chill with which makes seeing now so much more difficult. This is where radical acceptance comes in. Well said, Trey. I'm not sure a support class, but I'm okay with that. Yep, starting from scratch over there. Looking forward to it. You won't be starting from scratch. You have friends already in place. You have resources already in place. There are multiple game shops that you won't have to find because we'll be able to tell you where they are in place. Plus, if you go the path of Nerf blasters, you will be near the Goodwills that have outfitted me so well, because the college kids tend to leave their Nerf blasters when they leave. Can you... Okay, Dusty? Yes, I need a break. Okay, I'm going to work the comments then. Here. Let me save this. What the heck? Save as... Cozy Cottage. And it's not by Little Tykes. Anyway, not 4 fat fingers. Okay. Hi. With my bow. Changed and became a tank. Cool. Yeesh, no wonder the shoulder feels like muscles. That muscle's a rock. I'd mastered working with the bow at the right timing for the tank to go in and finish it off. It took a while to do it, but it was epic. Nice asterisk there. Sorry. I just noticed that the main colors of my new mouse match my comforter. That's good. I think I should run a commercial, Dusty, because I got this saved. I just have to output it. And I have one more picture to do. I know I'm taking a while, but it's good. Can I run a commercial? Okay, come here. You tell me. Hold on. We'll do this. Boop. All right. Okay. Yeah. Watch the. Yeah. That's my. Don't watch the mouse. The mouse isn't. Which commercial do you want to watch? Which commercial do you want? Come on. Look up here. Which one do you want? Oh, that. Oh. Okay. Okay. You've made it point. You want that one. Okay? You have a hold of my hand, my arm. Please don't poke any harder. We'll run this ad. I'm running it. I'm right. Jeez. I'm doing the wrap up. So here, I'll show what I'm doing. Dusty got down, but he's walking around to do the lap to jump at me randomly from behind my computer again. I worry about what papers are being crunched back there, but I can't do anything right now. So at some point, I will have a large gray and white cat just right here. And hi, love me. But I do need to do the reason I'm doing this. And this gives us a chance to figure out the last thing for the thing. Never mind the furthermore. Now, where can I put it that's legible? Oh, right there. Oh, over, down, over. There we go. Bam. Alrighty, file, export, JPEG, NTF 212, 25, and that means I still have to do one more picture. I've been dawdling today, guys. I'm sorry about that. All right, yeah, I need to knock it out and do a quick one. So naturally, all this happens. Boom, do that. Come over here, close that. Do not save because I don't want to mess with that like that. And time lapse, so I don't get yelled at. I'll probably get yelled at. Let's see. No apologies for Dusty's asterisk of freaking. I'm sorry. Cats want attention, so I need to leave again. We understand. Catnip-infused creations. I feel that vibe. Of course, cat would pick string. Yeah, tee-hee-hee. Must infuse with catnip. Sometimes I wish I was there. There was like dog nip too. I understand. Time lapse, peanut butter, cheese. Y'all are making me hungry. You realize I'm late for lunch. Last one's got for Valentine's Day. Okay. Well, guys, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. And it occurs to me that, yes, the Friday one is for Valentine's Day. And I think I might just do that one as a surprise so I can take my time. You know? Because I tend to do things like that. So, you've got 2.5 hours out of me. I'm going to run some ads. I think I'm going to wrap it up because I'm getting hungry. So, and I mean, I've not drunk enough. I'm going to run some ads, drink a little bit, and we'll start wrapping up. Okay, where are we? Who needs an ad?
Hello, I'm Dan Hollifield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphellion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
And let's see. Sorry, guys. I love Dan Hollifield and his works. And I'm running Santa Stein because it's the only BKM one I have. BKM, you're supposed to work on that. Guys, Keisha him or do it for him at this point.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santa Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
right, we need to run. Let's see, who else needs an ad? We did that one. We did that. Yeah, we haven't run this one in a while.
In 1948, a man was found dead on the beach. But he hadn't just washed up. Oh no, he was very nicely propped up against the seawall, very well dressed. But there were no labels in his clothes. They had all been cut out. Very mysterious, the police thought. And then they found, rolled up in his pocket, a piece of paper from a novel that said Tamam Shud. When they finally traced it, it came back to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But it got even more strange, because in the back of the book, when they found that it had been torn out of, there was a code, a secret code that has not been cracked to this very day. When they finally found his suitcase, it had a mysterious jumble of items, some which were very hard to explain. Also in the back of the book was the phone number of a very mysterious nurse. What did she have to do with the death of the Somerton man? Find Death and Love Down Under, a novel by Carl Witzman, on Lulu.com, in both ebook and print format.
All right. Let's see. Thus learning to love flip. My hair is trying to stand on end. What an odd feeling. I can feel mine is like drying out / so it's just poofing. The poof is powerful today. Of course, I run my hair. I do this kind of thing a lot when I'm thinking. That usually means I've been thinking hard, and I guess I did kind of art hard. If you're going to art hard. But yeah, let's see. Got a couple more ads to run. No, I don't need to put banners of greetings up. You guys have all been sufficiently greeted. Let's see. Oh, I know who I need to promote. Oh, that's funny. I took out my cam, but I forgot I had the things running, so it just brought back the image in the background of my drawing pad. Sorry about that, guys. I think sometimes there are spidey sense things, so be careful. And I want to run at least 2 more quickies, and then we'll chat our way out. Okay, I promise. Quick ads.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda, just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific, playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
And I know Kat's had some pretty bad health issues in the run, kind of like BKM, and has had to make some major adjustments. Haven't heard from her in a bit because she's been busy. So be sure to check out her stuff and just reach out.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Ooh, my stomach's making a lot of noise, so it is getting real time to eat. Guys, I've run Kat's ad at the end because I believe that message. I think we should all let each other art. It's been an odd one, a bit slower style. And like I said, I want to work on the Valentine's Day one because it's going to be a surprise for Amanda, obviously. It's become something of a tradition, but if I do it here, she might see it early or see it pop up in the previews. So I trust you understand. When you are of the poor artist, who survives only at the mercy and wonder of his beloved wife, you have to think in ways like this. So I know it's spooky. If you are spooked, don't let anyone tell you you don't have the right to be spooked by things, but also don't let it consume you. You aren't powerless. You are gifted and talented and wonderful, whether the world wants to admit it or not. I also want to remind you guys that at 8 o'clock on the Independent Creator Directory will be the Burning is Yarn, and Mandy will be doing some spinning for the burning. And you guys can see the brat. She named it. And we'll go from there. So be supportive, be gentle. She's like uber shy. You know the routine. She's uber shy till she isn't. And if you know, you definitely know. But I love you guys. Seriously. So keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating for as long as you do. You can edit it. You can improve it. But you can't edit a blank page. As I said before, I love you and you should too. Toodles all.